Hey guys, so if you watched my last video, you might have seen that I installed some operating backlit computer screens and gauges to one of my SD70 Aces, one of my Athearn ones, and so I decided to do just one more. Here's an SD70M that I'm eventually going to sell, but I figured I'd do it to one more just because it's kind of fun. I like doing these little projects here and there, and it's something different. But you guys asked me to show you how I did it, so I figured I'd make a quick video. These SD70Ms actually don't have any computer screens, so they just have gauges, so that's what I'm going to do here. Here's the control stand. As you can see, we just got some of the gauges. I'm going to backlight these with green LEDs. And so what I did is when I drilled out the holes, I then put a little piece of clear styrene behind it, and then I glued on the LEDs with canopy glue, and what that does, that'll help disperse the light. So the LED on the left is actually shining pointed in this direction, and the LED on the right is kind of pointed in this direction, so they'll kind of face right at each other, and the canopy glue will help disperse it. So and then if that's still too bright, I will fill in the holes. You can see there's little indents there with white paint, and that'll give it a nice nice color. And if it's too bright, it'll kind of light up the inside of the cab. You don't really want that. So what I'm going for is just to have enough light where you can see that it's on, but it won't be shining into the cab. I also decided to do something kind of fun and unique. Union Pacific locomotives have cab signaling. So those of you guys who are familiar with UP might think this is kind of cool. I actually added a cab signal. You'll see this once it's installed. Anyways, I just went in and built a little styrene box. Got to paint up and touch up some of the areas that I glued. But anyways, this will have a clear signal. So it won't change with the signals along the right of way, but it'll be something that I don't think I've seen done before in HO scale. So I'll have an operating cab signal with a green light, and then some operating gauges as well. So then I'll open up the side window again on the front, and I'll weather this up. I'll crack the door in the front there. So just another fun little project. We're going to show you guys what I'm doing here and how I did this. Here is the magnet wire I'm using. You can pick this up at Radio Shack. I think it came in a package of 3 different sizes. This is just magnet wire. I'm not sure the diameter, but I can tell you it's small. And then if you guys want to see the LEDs I'm using, these are them. I got red, yellow, and green originally for a signal project, but since that got delayed, I figured I'd throw them in the cab with some locomotives. So they are very small. They're a pain to solder, but you can see them right there. The little things are being held in by that clear piece of tape. Those are the LEDs. I'm using some 2.2K ohm resistors and 3.3K ohm resistors, both 1/4 watt. And then what I do is I hold the little LEDs with these filed down tweezers, very fine point, and then I'll solder it. I usually put it on the lowest setting, which is what is that, 2500 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have my smallest tip here on my soldering iron. So anyways, that's how I do it. I'll go ahead and finish this up here and show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so here's the finished product. I just need to put it all back together. You can see I have the cab light working there, and I have my gauges lit up as well, and I can put a little bit of paint on there to dim down the gauges on the right. So anyways, I have them just hooked straight up to track power here. I got my 2.2K ohm resistors on there, and those are just hooked right up to the track power leads coming into the coder. So anyways, guys, that's about all that's new for now. I'll show it to you one last time once I get it all together. Alright, so I lied. I actually did one more thing. I actually painted the insides of the gauges white, and that way they're not quite as bright, and also when the lights are off, you can see that the gauges are white, just like the real ones. So anyways, there it is. I will put it all back together, and then I will show you what it looks like. Alright, so here you go. You can see the cab signal up there, which is showing a green light, which would mean that the signal on the side of the track should be green. I also have the gauges lit up in there as well. As you can see, they're not too bright. They're not shining back too much. So anyways, guys, there you go. That is how I install those. And thanks for watching. We'll see you later.